Soft, gentle soundscape. Perhaps distant, calm nature sounds. A soft breeze, very subtle water. Welcome. Step in, if you will, into this quiet space. A space where the world outside softens, where the noise begins to fade, and what remains is simply you, and the whispers of what has always been true. Pause. We search for passion, don't we? In the grand gesture, in the fervent word, in the heat of the moment. We chase the fire, believing that only in its blaze can true connection exist. And yet, often, the deepest truths, the most profound intimacies, are not born in the roar of flames. They are forged in the profound silence that lies beneath. Pause. Slightly deeper, more resonant tone. She knew this, deep in her bones. She understood that silence could touch harder than hands. Think about that for a moment. Not the absence of sound, but a quality of presence so absolute, so undeniable, that it transcends the need for physical touch. It's a stillness that speaks volumes, a quietude that reverberates through the very core of your being. Pause. This is not about what we do for one another. It's about what we are to one another and to ourselves. It is in this profound stillness, this unyielding presence, that the most powerful connection truly arises. It is an invisible thread, woven not from words or actions, but from the pure, unadulterated energy that flows between us. Between a man and a woman flows not just passion, but life itself. A current so vital, so ancient, that it remembers its own source. We often lament the fading of passion, the loss of that spark. We look outward for solutions, for techniques, for a way to reignite what we believe has simply burned out. But perhaps the fire hasn't died at all. Perhaps we have simply forgotten how to tend to the embers, how to listen to the soft crackle of life's own warmth. Pause. When energy is blocked, we don't just lose sex. We lose vitality. We lose the very current that animates our dreams, our creativity, our joy. Desire is not the body calling. It is the soul singing, a deep, resonant hum that connects us to the universal song of creation. When that song feels muted, when the melody seems to have faded, it often means we have stopped listening. We have stopped feeling. Pause. Attraction is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself. A recognition, a resonance, a deep echo from one soul to another. And when we push it away, when we deny its sacred nature, we deny a part of our own essence. We create a distance, not just between ourselves and another, but between our own body and our own soul. Consider a woman when she breathes deeply, truly deeply, from her core. Life breathes with her. The very fabric of existence expands. And a man doesn't lose power when he ages. He loses it when he stops looking with wonder, when the awe for the mystery of life, of another being, diminishes, when the sacredness of presence is forgotten. We think passion leaves us. We believe it's a fleeting visitor that eventually packs its bags and moves on. But often, It is not passion that has left, it is we who have left ourselves. We have abandoned the quiet space within, the sanctuary where our deepest desires, our truest expressions reside. We have forgotten that to truly touch another, one must first be deeply touched by oneself, by the magnificent, sacred energy that pulses within every cell. This is an invitation to slow down, to breathe, to feel the gentle hum beneath the surface of things, to rediscover the art of presence, the profound power of simply being with another and with yourself. Love, feel, breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. We speak of silence, a profound space rich with potential, but often that space itself becomes muted within us. We find ourselves in rooms with another, or even alone with ourselves, and yet the quiet, resonant hum of life seems absent. A deep disconnect. This is not about the mere absence of sound. It is about the absence of presence. Think for a moment. When was the last time you truly felt the stillness? Not just heard it, but felt it, deep in your bones. For many of us, that subtle current has been interrupted. It's a gentle stream that once flowed freely, now choked by the debris of modern life. Our world, you see, screams for our attention. From the moment our eyes open, screens flicker, notifications chime, and the relentless pulse of urgency beats against our windows. The demands of work, the endless to-do lists, the curated lives we scroll through, all of it creates a cacophony, a constant external noise that prevents us from hearing the quieter, deeper rhythms of our own being. We become accustomed to this clamor, mistaking busyness for fullness. But perhaps louder still is the noise we carry within. The restless mind, a tireless sculptor of worries and what-ifs. The constant commentary, the judgments, the narratives we tell ourselves about who we are, who we should be, and what others expect of us. These internal dialogues are often a dense fog, obscuring the clear light of our true nature. We lose the ability to simply be, to simply feel. And in this fog, expectations bloom. We carry blueprints of how love should look, how desire should ignite, how a relationship should feel. These are often borrowed images from stories, from films, from the idealized visions of others. We try to fit our unique, messy, beautiful reality into these rigid molds. And when life, in its infinite wisdom, refuses to conform, a quiet disappointment settles in. We begin to search for the idea of connection, rather than allowing connection to simply be. We forget that desire is the language through which the soul speaks, not a script to be followed. Then there are the fears. Quiet fears, often unacknowledged, yet powerful architects of distance. The fear of vulnerability, of being truly seen, of letting go of control. The fear of rejection, of not being enough, of losing what little security we feel we possess. These fears build invisible walls, thick and impenetrable, where bridges of intimacy should be. They whisper doubts, turning natural instincts into anxieties, making us hesitate at the threshold of true communion. Then, like stones accumulated in a stream, lie the unexpressed resentments. The small hurts, the unspoken words, the quiet disappointments that we tuck away, hoping they will disappear. But they don't. They calcify, creating subtle blockages in the flow of energy between us and our partners, and even within ourselves. Each unacknowledged wound, each swallowed truth adds a layer of armor, making us less available, less open to receive and to give. We believe we are protecting ourselves, but in truth, we are merely isolating our hearts. Perhaps the most insidious blockage of all is the sheer fatigue. The exhaustion of modern living, felt not just in the body, but deep in the spirit. When we are constantly drained, constantly giving, constantly pushing, there is little left for the subtle, delicate dance of intimacy. The wellspring of our vital energy runs low. We become too tired to listen, too tired to truly see, too tired to even feel our own desires. The spark that once ignited passion grows dim, not because it has died, but because it lacks the fuel of presence and rest. When these energies are blocked, you see, we don't just lose sex, we lose vitality. This is a crucial understanding. The sensual current, the life force that animates us, is not confined to the bedroom. It is the very essence of creativity, of joy, of inspiration. It is the pulse that allows us to engage with life fully, to feel alive, truly alive, in every moment. When this current is obstructed, we may still go through the motions of living, but the vibrancy, the richness, the deep satisfaction begins to fade. We might still touch, we might still embrace, but these touches, these embraces can become superficial. They are merely symptoms of a deeper detachment. We touch skin, perhaps, but not the soul. We share space, but not spirit. It's an echo of a connection, not the connection itself. This superficiality is a mirror reflecting our own withdrawal, our own forgotten language. We have forgotten how to listen to the whisper of our own bodies, to the subtle currents within, to the unspoken language that flows between a man and a woman, a language that can touch harder than hands. We have forgotten that true intimacy begins with a deep listening to ourselves, to the quiet stirrings of our own hearts, to the sacred space that exists when all other noise subsides. This forgetting leaves us feeling adrift, longing for something we can't quite name. Love. Feel. Breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. She knew silence could touch harder than hands. And this, perhaps, is where we begin to truly understand. Not the silence of absence, of emptiness, but the silence of fullness. A deep, resonant stillness where the world's clamor fades and we can finally hear the subtle currents within us. This is the sacred space where energy moves, unburdened by noise, untouched by expectation. It is in this profound quietude that the true nature of what we call sexual energy reveals itself. For it is not merely a physical yearning, a fleeting impulse, or a raw, untamed desire. No, it is the very current of life itself, a deep, sacred flow that pulsates through every living thing. It is the breath of creation, the hum of existence. Consider that delicate space between a man and a woman. Often we speak of passion, of desire, of physical intimacy. And these are true, beautiful expressions. But perhaps we have been looking at only one facet of a vast, radiant jewel. What truly flows in that sacred space is not just passion, but life itself, the very current that animates all creation, pulses there. It is the breath that gives form to the formless, the spark that ignites worlds within worlds. This energy, this life force, it is a resonance, a deep, undeniable recognition between two spirits, It is the soul of one reaching out to greet the soul of another, a harmony struck in the deepest chambers of our being. It is the universe remembering itself through us, and in that remembrance there is a profound sense of coming home. We live in a world that often demands constant doing. We strive, we achieve, we chase. But the true power, the deepest, most potent force, resides not in doing, but in being, in simply allowing this sacred current to flow through us unimpeded, to surrender to its rhythm, to its wisdom. This is where miracles unfold. This is where healing begins. This subtle movement, this gentle breath, this quiet attention, this profound presence, these are the keys. They are not actions, but states of being. When we allow ourselves to simply be, truly present, truly open, everything around us awakens. Life begins to breathe with us, to dance with us, to sing with us. For what is desire, truly? Is it merely the body calling with its temporary urges, its fleeting needs? Or is it something far grander, far more ancient? I believe, I have come to understand, that desire is not the body calling, it is the soul singing, a deep, resonant melody, a yearning for connection, for wholeness, for the merging of spirit. It is the soul's primal song for union, for creation, for the experience of divine aliveness. This sacred longing, it is the same vital force that stirs the earth, that moves mountains, that births stars. It is the energy that pushes a tiny seed through hardened soil towards the light. It is the ceaseless rhythm of the ocean, the quiet, persistent growth of an ancient forest. We carry this same cosmic power within us. It is not something we acquire, but something we remember, something we allow to awaken. And when this energy, this magnificent current, is blocked, what then? We often speak of losing sex, of a diminished libido. But the truth is far more profound. When energy is blocked, we don't just lose sex, we lose vitality. We lose our spark, our joy, our creative impulse. The very essence of what makes us feel alive begins to dim. The world can feel duller, connections more distant, inspiration harder to find. It is as if the symphony of life within us has quieted, its most beautiful notes muted. This blockage, it often stems from fear, from past wounds, from societal whispers that tell us our natural, sacred impulses are somehow wrong or shameful. But attraction is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself. It is a fundamental truth, a force of nature, a divine pull towards connection and creation. To deny it, to suppress it, is to deny a part of our own soul's song. So, how do we begin to rediscover this flow? It is not through forceful effort, but through gentle invitation, through breath, deep, conscious breath that anchors us in the present moment. When a woman breathes deeply, life breathes with her. Her entire being opens, softens, becomes a vessel for this sacred current. And when a man allows himself to look, truly look, with wonder, with reverence, he reclaims his own power. A man doesn't lose power when he ages. He loses it when he stops looking with wonder, when he stops seeing the divine spark in himself and in the other. This awareness, this quiet presence, is a form of love. It is the highest form of intimacy.
to simply be with another or even with oneself in that sacred silence, allowing the energy to flow without agenda, without judgment. It is in these moments that we touch the infinite.
We tap into that boundless source, that creative wellspring that sustains all life. This is the deeper meaning of intimacy. It is not just the joining of bodies, but the communion of souls, energized by the same vibrant, sacred current that moves the cosmos. It is the recognition that within each of us lies a universe waiting to resonate, waiting to connect, waiting to sing its ancient, beautiful song. Love, feel, breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. We often search for answers in the grand gestures, in the spoken word, in the clamor of the world around us. But what if the deepest truths, the most profound connections, reside not in what we do, but in how we are? What if the path back to a vibrant, living intimacy isn't about learning a new technique, but about remembering an ancient art, the art of presence? Imagine for a moment letting go of the need to chase, to fix, to even understand. Just allowing yourself to simply be. This is where the journey begins. It is a slow descent, an unhurried drift back into the quiet chambers of your own being. It asks for a gentle courage, the courage to slow down, to breathe, to simply occupy the space you inhabit. Our bodies, you see, are vast landscapes of sensation, often ignored, often rushed past. Yet they hold the keys to our deepest wisdom. Can you feel the subtle hum beneath your skin? The rhythm of your own breath, a silent tide ebbing and flowing within you. This is the starting point. This is where we learn to listen, not with our ears, but with our entire being. This listening, it's a profound act of self-reverence. It's about tuning in to the unspoken language of your own body, its subtle nudges, its quiet invitations. When we rush, we miss these whispers. When we pause, we begin to hear them. And what a wealth of information they carry. These silent signals, guiding us back to a natural rhythm, a profound ease. And from this space of listening within, a new capacity unfolds for listening to another, not just to their words, but to the space between their words, to the soft cadence of their breathing, to the subtle shifts in their energy, their gaze, the very atmosphere they carry. This is where true intimacy resides, in the recognition of that unspoken dialogue, the courage to simply be in that quiet space, to allow the energy to move between you, without expectation, without agenda, just presence, just witnessing. Think of it, when a woman breathes deeply, life breathes with her. It is not merely air entering her lungs, it is the very essence of existence flowing through her, invigorating her, making her a conduit for that primal force. And in that deep breathing, her presence expands, embracing not just herself, but the space around her, and anyone fortunate enough to share it. When you are present, truly present, you become a sanctuary. This path of returning is an inner journey, a quiet observation. It is an acceptance of what is, without judgment, without the need to alter or control. It is about allowing life to unfold, allowing energy to move, allowing connection to form, like dew settling on a leaf. When we strip away our demands, our projections, our expectations, what remains is the pure, unadulterated current of life. And then something remarkable happens. The world begins to reveal itself anew. We start to see with wonder again, with the same tenderness, the same awe, as if for the very first time. The mundane becomes magnificent. The familiar becomes profound. Because we are no longer just looking, we are truly seeing. We are no longer just touching, we are truly feeling. And in this awakened state, the currents of attraction, of desire, they cease to be something to be managed or feared. They become a sacred reminder. For attraction is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself. It is the deep, ancient call of life recognizing itself in another, seeking to merge, to create, to simply be in shared wonder. It is the longing for wholeness mirrored in another's gaze. This journey back to self through presence is not about finding something new. It is about uncovering what has always been there, patiently waiting beneath the surface. It is about remembering your own inherent aliveness, your own capacity for deep connection. Love, feel, breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken. And in that quiet space, we begin to understand. We learn that silence, true silence, is not an absence. It is a presence. A deep, resonant hum that holds more truth than 1,000 spoken words. She knew silence could touch harder than hands. For within its soft embrace, the very core of our being is revealed. It is where the spirit finds its voice, not in sound, but in pure sensation. Think of those moments when the world outside fades, when the demands of the day recede into a distant hum, and you are left with nothing but the rhythm of your own breath. What whispers then? What long-forgotten melodies stir within the deepest chambers of your heart? This stillness, this profound hush, is not emptiness. It is fullness. It is where the deepest wisdom resides. It is the ancient language through which the body, in its inherent knowing intelligence, speaks to the spirit. A dialogue that is always happening, always available, if only we learn to listen without the clamor of the mind. We spend so much of our lives chasing external stimulation, believing that meaning must be found in noise, in constant doing, in endless acquisition. But the profound shift, the true awakening, often comes when we dare to stop, when we allow ourselves to simply be, to settle into the quietude. In this sacred pause, the frantic pace of the mind slows, the nervous system softens, and a different kind of perception awakens, a heightened sensitivity. We begin to feel, truly feel, the subtle, invisible currents that flow beneath the surface of everyday life, the energetic pulse of existence itself. Between a man and a woman flows not just passion, but life itself. A current so potent, so ancient, it predates language. It predates memory. It is the primal force of creation. And this current, this vital energy, is often most powerfully felt not in the crescendo of sound or action, but in the tender, unspoken spaces between two souls, in a shared gaze that holds an entire universe, in a breath drawn in unison, in the quiet warmth of a hand held in silent understanding. It is in these moments of profound stillness that true intimacy is born, where souls recognize each other beyond the masks we wear. Desire. We are often taught to believe it is a force to be controlled, perhaps even to be feared, a dangerous impulse. But what if we understood it differently? What if we saw it not as a mere physical urge, but as the very language through which the soul speaks? A profound longing for connection, for wholeness, for the divine spark within ourselves and in another. Desire is not the body calling, it is the soul singing. It is the deep recognition of life's own creative impulse, yearning to express itself in myriad forms, in art, in innovation, in relationship, in the very act of living fully. When energy is blocked, we don't lose sex, we lose vitality. We lose that vibrant connection to the source of all life. The world can seem dull, colors less bright, laughter less genuine. The very juice of existence seems to diminish. This blockage, this sense of fading, is often not a physical ailment. It is a closing of the heart, a hardening of the spirit, a silencing of the inner song that yearns to be sung. And it is in the quiet moments, in the gentle, non-judgmental exploration of our inner landscape, that we can begin to dissolve these blockages, allowing the natural, abundant flow to resume, allowing ourselves to breathe again. Consider the simple, profound act of breathing. When a woman breathes deeply, life breathes with her. Her entire being becomes a vessel for this vital current, a conduit for creation, for healing, for love. She embodies the very essence of receptive power. And a man, when he truly witnesses this, when he allows himself to be present in this sacred space, finds his own essence mirrored and amplified. It's not about grand gestures. It's about profound presence. It's about listening to the silent symphony of the other's being, about honoring the sacredness of breath, shared and individual. Attraction is not sin. It's the universe remembering itself. It's the echo of creation, the pull of opposing yet complementary forces, seeking harmony, seeking union. To deny this innate attraction, this primal magnetic pull, is to deny a fundamental truth of existence. Instead, we can choose to approach it with reverence, with curiosity, with the understanding that it is a sacred pathway to deeper knowing, both of ourselves and of the other. It invites us to open, to be vulnerable, to embrace the beautiful, often messy, complexity of human connection, to see the divine spark in every interaction. Many feel that with the passage of time, this vibrant current begins to fade, that the fires of youth must inevitably dwindle to embers, that wisdom comes at the cost of passion. But this is a misconception, a narrative imposed by a world often disconnected from its own deeper rhythms. A man doesn't lose power when he ages, he loses it when he stops looking with wonder, when he ceases to be curious, when he closes his eyes to the endless miracles unfolding around him and indeed within him. The true power of a mature man is not in raw physical prowess, but in the depth of his presence, the wisdom of his gaze, the quiet strength of his understanding, his capacity for profound silent connection. And for a woman, her power only deepens with age. It ripens like a precious fruit. It radiates a profound inner light, an embodied knowing that youth can only aspire to. The wisdom we seek is not found in complex doctrines or strenuous intellectual practices. It is found in the simple act of tuning in, of listening to the subtle, exquisite language of the body, the quiet, insistent urgings of the soul, of allowing ourselves to be still enough to hear the universe speaking through us, as us. When we embrace this silent depth, when we allow this quiet intelligence to guide us, our entire life begins to fill with a renewed vitality, a profound sense of meaning that transcends the fleeting joys and sorrows of the everyday. It is a homecoming, a gentle return to our authentic self. This journey, this exploration of inner landscapes, is not about reaching an end point,
a final destination where all questions are answered and all desires fulfilled. No, this is an invitation to a new way of being, a more conscious, more connected way of moving through the world. It is the beginning of a sacred dance, where every step is an act of awareness, every breath a prayer, every touch a profound, silent communion. It is the art of living fully, with an open heart and a receptive spirit. It is about remembering that the wellspring of life within you has never dried. It has simply been waiting for your attention, for your gentle hand to stir its surface, for your quiet heart to hear its soft, insistent call. It is a light that never truly dims, only waits for you to turn and face its radiant, ever-present glow. Love, feel, breathe. The energy within you has never died. It's been waiting for you to awaken.